To tell you a little bit about Harm OCD. So, Harm OCD is a subtype of obsessive compulsive disorder where the intrusive obsessional thoughts revolve around hurting oneself or another person. These thoughts are often tied to core beliefs or core fears around being a bad person or totally losing control of ourselves and are deeply distressing to the person that experiences them. It's really important to note that these thoughts are disturbing, and the person with OCD that has harm intrusive thoughts have absolutely no intention of acting on these thoughts or no desire to. Compulsions with harm OCD can include a lot of different things from mental rumination, mentally reviewing situations, checking, repetitive behaviors. There's also often a lot of avoidance. So, a person who's experiencing harm OCD will often avoid situations or people or objects that are associated with the content of their intrusive thoughts. So, for example, a person with harm OCD might avoid scissors or knives or just sharps in general. They may avoid loved ones or anyone that's they have intrusive thoughts about harming, right? Because again, they don't want to create harm. So they're going to avoid these scenarios where they're fearing losing control and harming someone. It can be quite disturbing for the person experiencing them and can really have a big impact on daily life. So treatment for harm OCD is the same for any OCD subtype. So we would use exposure and response prevention. Again, it's important to note that like part of treatment, a part like an exposure would never be to go harm someone, right? Like that wouldn't be values aligned or helpful or productive for anyone. But what would we would want to do with exposure and response prevention is get the person experiencing these intrusive thoughts back into those situations, back around those people and around those objects that they've been avoiding without engaging in compulsions. So, for example, someone that's been avoiding sharps, an exposure might look like supporting them in chopping vegetables for dinner around family members, right? So, the whole point is to break that cycle of avoidance and learn that. We can handle being around these triggers and having these thoughts and still do what's important and aligned with our values, anyways.